15 yards.
So the face mask certainly helps things as they'll start up past the 30 on first down. They'll run it here with Pirine. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mariota. That's caught by Howard. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now a first carry for their fullback. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota. It's caught by Mike Evans. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 29-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. What happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Mariota now. He finds his target. It's Evans. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, team 6. Team
2nd and 5. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin White able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Got some room at the 30. down at the 23. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way. To the Buccaneers' 23-yard line.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's first and 10 just outside the red zone. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, pick your game up. Look at me. Score. Score. Switch gears. Switch gears. There. Get it.
2nd and 9 now. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. These two teams all tied after one.
Ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Blue draw Porker.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great effort there with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. Point after try forthcoming. No, he missed the PAT. No good on the extra point, so a letdown there. And this will stay a 6-point ball game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 31, Mariota, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing, Mariota. He's got Evans. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now, get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. And he finds Howard complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Jets' 42-yard line.
Again, it's Mariota. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they decided to air it out a little bit on that play, take a shot downfield, but the coverage was really nice, able to get a hand in and tip it away.
On 3rd down, Mariota. He's letting this one go for Fuller, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to air one. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired up.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. 2nd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Devin White able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll look to throw, and he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And it's going to be a short field to work with after this one. It's touchdown at the 45-yard line. Our update now from down in Miami. It's now a 2-touchdown lead there for the Dolphins. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. And this will complete to Will Fuller. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, Stan. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown now is Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Fights through, and now a crease. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Ready? 8, read.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. Lead Griffin.
Now they try the right side here. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. And an alley to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. First down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now a handoff looking right. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
A gain of 7. It's 4th down.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A first down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9.
Mariota, it's complete to Fuller. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw Mariota. He's got Fuller. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. On the read option, it's Mariota. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mariota, blitz coming, and down he goes. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
He's letting this one go. He's got it at the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
They'll try and run with their fullback. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. From 13 yards out as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Gay is on for the point after.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still is not... Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
I'm coming back. I'm coming back.
Taken down back at the 18-yard line.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And the pressure gets to him again.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or 2, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounces. 8 ounces is good.
All right, just checking.
I'm here all day.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
While we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore, I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And this is caught by Evans. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. Quite the turnaround from a week ago where he threw 4 interceptions. He hasn't had an interception this game, and he told us during the week, my goal, goose egg. He's achieving that so far.
And what we're seeing is a guy that you can win with, all right? Because anyone who can make that type of an adjustment to shake off a really horrendous week the week before and come back and play mistake-free football to this point, yeah, that's a guy I want to play with, that's for sure.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. To throw is Mariota. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Mariota. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Let's go now. AT Gator. Let's go. Down to lose 1. Hit it.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And an alley to run. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Back to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Hit it. They're running it.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Oh, are you shooting the
away. He is stopped well short of a 1st down. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. And they'll give it here to his running back. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Check 3.
Here's Mariota. He finds his target, Fuller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13.
56.
Mariota here to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check it backer, check it backer.
I said let's go.
Now Mariota. He finds his tight end Howard. That's complete. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
And to give this time to the tailback. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here.